This is a story you probably won't find in your average history textbook, but I promise it's one of the most delicious tales of victory you'll ever hear. Let's go back to the 17th century, in the midst of the 30 Years' War, a conflict that left Europe in utter chaos. Armies clashed, towns were ravaged, and alliances were fragile. This was a time when military strategy could mean the difference between life and death for an entire kingdom. And believe me, no one expected cheese to take center stage in one of these battles. In 1630, the small fortified city of Harderwijk, in what's now the Netherlands, stood under siege. Supplies were running dangerously low as the city braced itself against an advancing Spanish army. The citizens were desperate. The soldiers were weary, and their leader, General von Rysburg, had to think fast. Unlike most generals of his era, von Rysburg wasn't just a tactical thinker. He was also an opportunist. Enter the hero of our story, a massive wheel of Gouda cheese. Yes, Gouda. This wasn't just any cheese. This cheese wheel was huge, a prize of epic proportions that had been saved for an upcoming festival, but was still in the city stores. And von Rysburg had an unexpected use for it. During a critical moment, he took the wheel of cheese to the city gates and sent a message to the opposing Spanish general. Through clever negotiation and storytelling, von Rysburg managed to convince the Spanish general that this exceptional cheese was just a small token of the vast supplies still left inside the heavily fortified city. He hinted that surrendering or continuing the siege would be a complete waste of their energy and resources. The Spanish soldiers, beleaguered after months of relentless fighting, couldn't imagine taking on a city with a food supply so abundant that they could afford to offer up sheer delicacies as gifts. Exhaustion and doubt crept into their ranks. Astonishingly, the Spaniards withdrew, retreating from what they thought would be a long and costly confrontation. And so, the fortified city of Harderwijk was saved. Not with swords, not with cannons, but with a cheese wheel and a sharp mind. Think about that the next time you decide to grab a slice of Gouda. A simple dairy product became the unlikely hero of a 17th century siege. Now, who's hungry for some history?